Oh, welcome to iRiseTouch. And on today, what style did my hair choose today? On this channel, we like to focus on easy, simple, and affordable ways to take care of our hair. Tricks and tips you can use. So today we are going to set our hair with foam rollers, okay? So back in the day, my mom used to use these foam rollers to give us a curl. Now, back then, hot curls was not as popular as they are today, and flat irons. So she used to use a hot comb, she'll press our hair out, then she'll go in and use the foam rollers. So right now I'm going to use this. My blow dryer went out, so I don't have a blow dryer to actually straighten my hair. You know how you put the teeth on the end and straighten your hair with the blow dryer? I don't have a blow dryer, so what I'm using today is like this hot brush. So it kind of brushes through your hair, and it has a temperature up to about 400 degrees or 450 degrees. I think I'm going between 350 to 400. Maybe that's too hot, but I need my hair to get straight enough for me to use these foam rollers. Now, back when my mom used to straighten our hair with the pressing comb, she used to give a really hard press. And a really hard press is using a lot of oil to kind of weigh it down and make sure that the foam rollers doesn't suck up all the oil from your natural hair. So, because if you don't do this, the foam rollers, like I said, will suck up the natural oils, and then you'll get a frizzy curl instead of a nice, sleek, natural, beautiful curl. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use some papers at the end of my hair at the end, and hopefully that prevents it from sucking up all my natural oil, the foam from the rollers sucking up all my natural oil, and it don't come out as dry. So that is the plan. So right now I'm just going to straighten my hair, and let me tell you this, you can put these rollers in without your hair being straight, but I don't know how curly or how defined that curl is going to be with your end result. I don't recall my mom ever rolling our hair up with a foam roller without our hair first being pressed out really straight, and then she go in, add those foam rollers, and we have a beautiful curl. Okay. And not only that, you can create curls with these foam rollers, you can actually create a really nice wave. So this is one of the many ways we used to use to create curls. We used to use cotton. We'll roll it up at the end, put it at the end of the hair, roll it up and tie it. That creates a curl. We used to use pin curls. You roll it up with your hand and secure it with some type of pin. That created curls and waves. And then we also used to use these foam rollers. Before, we used to use the really hot curls or the hot tools to create curls, like the Morcells, with the oven. And then, we used to use the plug-in curls. And not all people had the skill to use a Marcel iron on their hair, because you have to have a little skill, or you're going to have a burnt forehead, you're going to have a burnt ear. If you ain't never had a burnt ear or never had a burnt forehead, girl, you weren't doing no hair. That tip of that ear, y'all remember that tip of that ear? But anyway, so this is what I mean. We have these foam rollers. Yes, it has the clip at the end. You roll your hair in, you clip it at the end. These rollers, if I'm not mistaken, I got these from the Dollar Tree. You can get these from the Dollar Tree, the Family Dollar, Walmart, pretty much wherever they sell hair. They are, I see, popular, because at one point you didn't never see these foam rollers in the beauty supply store, but now you're starting to see them often. So you could get these foam rollers pretty much any store. And these was pretty good. So I was pleasantly surprised. These came from, I said, the Family Dollar, because they was like $1.25 a pack. I got 3 packs, so you would need about 3 to 4 packs depending on how long your hair is and how thick it is. And I believe that I used a pack and a half or 2 packs. So as you can see, I'm gonna put the paper at the end, and that's just to keep my ends in and hopefully not dry excuse me, dry them out. So I'm going to add some extra oil at the end, wrap the ends of my hair with the paper, and then I'm going to roll it with the foam roller. And I'm just going to repeat this throughout my whole head. I'm going to get a small section, add some extra grease or oil at the end. I'm going to wrap the ends of my hair with the paper, and then I'm going to roll it with the foam roller. I'm going to get a section of my hair. I'm going to add extra grease or oil at the end. I'm going to put the paper at the ends of the hair, and then I'm going to roll it up with the foam roller. So I'm going to do the other side, and I will see you at the end of the video. Okay, if you have made it to the end, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I think I have about 10 or 12 rollers on my head. I'm going to wrap my hair up, and I'm going to sleep with the rods or the rollers in my head tonight. Thank God they are foam and soft. That's one good thing about these rollers. You can actually sleep in them. And I'm going to have to make a part 2. The video just got way too long. I will make a part 2 to show you the end results. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hopefully you got something from this message. See you next time. Bye. Mwah.